All right. Hello, 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 everyone. We are here.
Hey,
How's it going, Mike?
it's going good. Oh, I see G.Parker's in the comment section.
Yeah,
Hey, G.Parker.
he might be a little bitter. For those of you that are watching and you notice that it's just myself and Mike, the Gaming Road Warrior here, we had a meeting of the four of us and we decided to put Mike in charge this week. And the first thing he did, he fired Greg and Poe. So G.Parker and Mr. Poestyle are no longer with us, but you got me and Mike. But
Yeah.
no,
I think Poe went to play with Derek on some game. So
did he?
Yeah.
I think you heard it. I think you heard us talking about him, and now he's rebelling against your orders, Mike. There he is. He's still setting up his camera.
I take it he didn't buy his stand.
Yeah. Does he know he's on? Greg said big echo. Who's echoing?
Oh, hold on. Maybe it's me.
Greg said big echo.
It was coming from a tablet. Was that me? I think it was me. I turned it off.
Oh, maybe. I couldn't hear it, but it sounded great here. Oh, there's Poe. Poe's getting straightened out here. And just to clear things up, G.Parker, it is a holiday weekend, so anyone that's watching not live, this is 4th of July weekend, and G.Parker has family coming in, and they are due to arrive at his house right about the time we're starting the show, so he's not able to be here.
Yep.
We miss you, Greg, but we will power through this without him.
That's not what I heard. I heard Greg got pulled over by the police for driving his Cessna around town.
It could have been. Through light poles and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Kansas City police has got him locked up in jail. So
Nice.
We use the grandkids as an excuse.
Yeah.
We'll have to check the Missouri State Penitentiary website and see if we can find his rap sheet. So how you doing, Poe?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Great.
We're doing good. What's that?
Nice.
What's that behind you, Poe? It looks like Poe.
It's Big Poe. There's Little Poe.
Oh,
My buddy.
We got Poes all around.
wow.
Just a punk boy.
Is that for sale? Any more merch?
in the merch store. Who would buy that? Trying to scare the Norwegian rats away.
Yeah, that is really cool, though. Where'd you get that made?
Well, it's Amazon. You upload a picture, and this is one of the. I can't remember the exact size, but that was like $17, so not too shabby.
Oh, nice.
So you can upload any picture.
Yeah, upload a
You chose
JPEG.
that one.
Yep, that was the prettiest picture I had on my phone. I am looking to upload an off-grid picture like this. I have one of those. So.
Yeah, I had a feeling you had one of those. That's the little you had one of those. That is really cool, though, Paul.
Yeah,
you got another one too,
cool.
didn't you? You got another banner also.
Yeah, there's an old Poe one here somewhere. I don't know if I have such a mess out here. I was running around. I have an old Poe one here, but I got to set everything up now that I have more than just a green screen, and then I have the other old style, the 80s one that I always have up. I do have a giant old Poe.
Nice.
There he is. Get off my lawn.
I need a T-shirt of that.
Yeah. That's really neat, though. That's really cool. So, what else has been going on? Now you're still dealing with all that smoke up there, aren't you, from the Canadian fires?
Yeah, I think the rain pushed some of it away. It was terrible during the week there. And in your one video, when you flew out of Latrobe Airport near my work there, you mentioned it being hazy. And I did do a video I was going to send to you that afternoon when I was driving home at 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, the haze is still here, because we do get hazy mornings like that in the summer. Hot, humid days here in Pennsylvania. It's going to be like a jungle. You get those hazy days, but that lasted for several days. And the first night we noticed it, I thought, oh, one of these idiot neighbors is burning the stink wood around here again. They're having a campfire, but then it kind of smelled like chemicals too. So I'm like, oh, the other idiot neighbor's got his meth lab going again. So, but like, no, on the news they said, no, it's a bad pollution day. It's the Canadian fires. And I had another friend that lives further out in the country, out the road here. To him, it smelled like bleach, and they said, yeah, it can smell like a bleachy smell too, a chemical smell like that. So, yeah, it's from the fires up there, and it was real strong for a few days in a row. My daughter actually has some breathing problems; she had issues with it, and they just told everybody stay inside. Keep your windows and doors closed, which sucked because it was also hot on top of that and humid. So
yeah.
But we had a lot of rain the last couple of days, kind of pushed things out and cleared things up a little bit anyway. So,
Nice.
But I didn't have time to air out my garage here. We were gone all day for a party, so now it's really humid and not as bad as it gets at your place. But I mean, it's hot right now. I have a fan blowing on me right now to try to cool me off here a little bit.
Yeah, it's down to 91 in here now.
Nice.
When I came out here and set up, the thermometer just said high, which means it's higher than 99. So it was 100 and something in here. But yeah. So what have you been up to, Mike?
Oh, I had like a graduation party yesterday for my niece. So, related to that. So I had the arcades turned on with the exception of two of my machines because they have the multicades. And one of the things I noticed, if you have them on, kids are able to access, there's what's called a shortcut menu. So you can kind of change, like if you move left on the joystick, you can change it to go right. And that's what happened last time at the party. So the kids kind of changed up the directions and, the button configurations. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with that again. So during that party, now I'm turning those two machines off, like 1943 and Street Fighter. So I had Centipede, the shooting game Maximum Force, and Double Dragon. It was kind of funny, like my Centipede cab. So people were playing that. Then all of a sudden they were saying, "Hey, it's not working." Like, what? That should be working. So I went and checked on it. I reset the machine, and then if you're playing Centipede, the little guys keep shooting. I'm like, oh, is the button stuck or something? So, and I have a leaf switch in that cab, so I had to turn it off and then look. I'm like, everything's connected right. Replugged everything back in, and okay, it should be fine because it looks like the leaf switch is working. Then press the button, and then started Centipede. Then the same thing. It's stuck at firing. I'm like, oh, what the hell? So one thing, I don't know if this has happened to you guys that have arcade one-up machines or actual arcade machines like that, but it'll work. The machine will work if you're playing it by yourself, but when you have company, it just doesn't want to work. And that frustrates me because it's like I really take good care of them. I don't have anybody, abuse the machines, even though they can be because they're durable, but yeah, that kind of frustrated me. Like, what? And then it was kind of funny too. I had people asking their moms, like the little kids, "Hey, mom, I need a quarter to play this machine." So they came up to me. It's like, "Hey, is this set up for like?" And I said, "No, it's free play." But the kids were saying like, "Oh, it takes 25 cents." I'm like, "No, don't put any money." So I had to give some money back. Some kids inserted quarters, and they're like, "Oh, they're paying me for."
Yeah, I thought maybe they figured out a scam and they were just getting quarters off their mom, and then they were going to go to the Circle K and buy a candy bar later or something.
Probably.
Then the mom, it's a win-win. They get the candy, and the mom's pissed at you, not the kid.
Yeah.
I can't believe Mike charged our kids.
I should set up a claw machine and then have people pay that, and then have the claw machine where it doesn't really grab anything. That'd be a good start.
Yeah.
Have like hot dog plushies and pineapple. Put that in there.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah.
I need to change that when I turn off my camera. I need to take that. I keep forgetting to take you off of there.
Yeah, I thought you were still in the next banner.
I had the wife duck in. She wanted to tell me something real quick, so I'm muting the microphone and turning the camera off, and then I look back over. I forgot to change that again.
Yeah, your wife probably looked over and thought I was flipping her the bird. Like, hey, look what Bart had to say to you. Oh, yeah. No wonder I'm never invited to your house.
When I first did that in the settings, that was like weeks ago. It was supposed to be a joke, and then the week that I did it, I totally forgot to use it. I think the first 2 weeks I forgot to use it. And then 1 week, Mike turns his camera off, and then I remembered. I'm like, oh, yeah, I got to do that. I got to do that.
Right? Yeah. So you had some graduation stuff going on this weekend, too, didn't you, Pope?
What was that?
You had some graduation stuff going on, too, this weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, my nephew. So he's the final one to graduate out of the grandkids, I believe. Yeah, because my boy graduated last year. My other two nephews, my brother's two oldest boys were 2 years ago. So his youngest boy graduated this year. One of his older boys that's in the Navy got back for this weekend for it. So, which was nice because he joined the Navy. He graduated 2 years ago. He got married 1 year ago today, and then his younger brother's graduation party was today. So he got back for his anniversary, and I came up from Virginia yesterday for the graduation party today. So we got to see him and his wife and my younger nephew for the party today. Had a good time. And their oldest brother is out right now. He went up for 6 weeks on the aircraft carrier he's on. So I think he'll be back in the fall, and then he's going to ship out again for 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And yeah. And this one that was back, I think he ships out after the holidays. It's hard to keep track of. I can't even keep track of what I ordered off of Amazon and eBay. So it's forget about keeping track of all of them. I can't keep track of stuff.
Is he in Norfolk there?
Yeah, they're down at Virginia Beach area there.
Okay.
So
yeah, that was probably the most impressive thing I saw in the Navy in all my years. I went up to Norfolk, Virginia, and there were 5 aircraft carriers docked at the same time. And it's like, that's a lot of ship. Just, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been up close to one of them carriers, but they're massive. And you get a couple of them side by side, and you're like, jeez.
Yeah, I've never been. I've been to Norfolk just to go on the Wisconsin, which I've told you guys before. My oldest brother was on the Wisconsin back in the 80s when they recommissioned it. And they have it down there now where you can tour it, actually go on it. So I took my wife and kids down there. It's been a while now to go on and tour it. And but it's still down there as far as I know. You can still go on the Battleship Wisconsin, if you're in Norfolk.
And is it like a paid tour, or you have to is it free?
I don't remember now. You go in and there's a whole bunch of stuff you can look at before you actually go on the ship, like a little museum. You can look at stuff in the history of it. And the Iowa class battleships, look at all that stuff, and I don't remember now.
Maybe they got a squid get in free, Mike. Me and you can go.
Yeah,
we'll have to pay. They got a submarine, an old diesel boat submarine in Arkansas, in the river at Little Rock, and you can tour that. And if you are an ex-Navy submariner, the tours are free. So that's so maybe they have some kind of deal for Navy guys that can get on there. Maybe if you were stationed on a battleship, you'd get on free. But
I knew that they did have this little cutout. The face was cut out. It was a mermaid. You could put your face in there, and you look like a cute little mermaid. I posed for that.
Yeah, where's that banner behind you?
Mermaid Poe.
Mermaid Poe. Tune in on week 11 for Mermaid Poe on the show. Oh,
But yeah, I've never been on an aircraft carrier. That'd be pretty sweet, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have been Top Gun, the NES game. I've been on one of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've crashed on some in games before, quite a bit.
I saw what Mike was talking about. G.Parker was just driving right down the road the other day. That's probably what I would do on a flight sim, too.
Yeah. He got confused. He thought he was in a fire truck. You know, when you get to his age, you're driving stuff, you have flashbacks, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. I mean, if anyone doesn't believe that, just watch an old Poe video. You'll find out. When you get to a certain age, you just don't know. But, yeah. Every time I fly now in my flight simulator, I'm just wishing I had some of that gear that old Poe was flying, because I can't compete with that. It's like, my gosh. But, so, got any new, what have you been doing gaming-wise, Poe? Anything at all?
I did play, what did I play? I played Quantum the other day. Atari announced that they are coming out with a new Recharge game, and it's going to be after Quantum, their arcade game, which was a vectors graphic game that used the trackball, where you kind of circled the particles and then eliminated them. So they're making a Recharge game, which is weird because it's kind of an obscure arcade game that never got a home release, you know, so it's kind of weird that they chose that one. So I thought, well, let me see if I can find that game anywhere, and it's on the Atari 50 collection. So I said, well, okay, I'll go ahead and play that and put it up on my channel in case people want to see what the original arcade machine looked like. So I played that, and then I played Yars Recharged on the PS5. That was the final Recharge game that I needed to play, so I put that up too. And I meant to play Popeye for the C64, which I told you guys I did the gameplay video of it last week, and then I deleted it for no reason. I went on my phone to clear out some video and make room, and I think when I got rid of the ColecoVision version, or the gameplay, I also got rid of the C64 gameplay, like an idiot. So now I need to go back and record that all over again. And I have a video. I just need to edit it. I was doing the video games monthly stuff there every month for the last, I don't know, couple years. And I didn't get around to doing, I think it was April and May. My son opened the boxes and then mixed all the games in together before I ever got to them. So finally, June, I said, okay, keep a hold of the box, keep them together, and I'll do the video for June. And he said, okay. Well, he kept up his end of it, and I didn't get around to shooting it until last weekend. And then I finally got the prices together on price charting, and I got the shots that I wanted of the box art and everything. And now it's July, so I'll get everything together and get that video up. But I just got the notification that they sent out the July box too, so I better get my ass moving editing June's box here, because July's box is going to be here probably tomorrow or Wednesday or something, you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to ask you a question, Poe, about one of your videos, and I'll warn people, spoiler alert a little bit here, but in that Quantum game, when you're playing that, what is more difficult, playing the game or figuring out how to put your initials in it?
Yeah, what the heck was that, man? Man, you know, most games you go through and you click a button, right? You pick the letter and you click a button. Well, I guess they were trying to be fancy, and the arcade, I guess they wanted you to use the trackball and circle the letter. I didn't figure that out until the very end.
I didn't want to point out, but right on the screen above there, it said circle the letter.
Yeah.
You kept clicking on it. And I'm like,
who needs to read? I just put my mark down. Put your mark down.
And then,
actually, you can't. Once you score so high, you could actually write. And there's no trackball on a PlayStation 5 controller. So now you're using the thumbstick. And I'm trying. It looked terrible.
That made my worst signature look great. And then I liked it was on the rotation. Then afterwards, it was going through. Then there was Poe's scribble.
It was my mark for sure. I looked like some redneck guy signing over his cattle or something. To you know.
Yeah. So now, anyone that didn't watch that video, they'll watch it now just to see this shenanigans. They'll be like, "Get through the gameplay. I want to see Poe not be able to put his name in." And then I want to see him trying
when
to
you're
write
playing
it.
that, even though it was on the big screen for me, across the room, I wasn't reading. You know, I'm not reading that screen. Like it's like tiny lettering on the screen, and I'm like, I didn't read it. You know, I'm just like, I gotta pick my. Okay, there's P, and I'm hitting the button. You know, that ought to enter that P-O-E. Well, my name's not. The score's on there, and there's no name next to it. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah. It does
But
look
at
like
least
an
you
interesting
watched the
game.
video, so you're the one
Right.
person that at least watched it. So
Yeah, it is an interesting little game. I'd never seen that before. It's an interesting game. But that was some chick that wrote that, right? Like at MIT or something. She was
yeah,
and she wrote that game because I forget what she said. She wanted something that wasn't violent or something, isn't it?
yeah.
See, I
Yada
even
yada
listened-
yada yada.
I even listened to some of the stuff you said. But yeah. So now Hollywood Polo, he was talking about your other video that you deleted. He said, "Oh, Coleco Popeye looks way better than C64 version, if I'm remembering correctly."
Yes. I think I had some hilarious stuff to say in the gameplay video too, and now it's gone forever.
Oh.
And the ColecoVision one, I didn't realize. I was talking a lot through it too, but since the controller was so short, my setup was a little different. So my microphone was to my back. So I'm making all kind of jokes during that gameplay video. You can go back and watch it, but it's pretty muffled because the microphone was in the crack of my ass while I'm telling my jokes. From that one there. So,
Yeah, that's usually where your best ideas come out of.
oh yeah. So the guys at work said, "No, this isn't a mill joke. You know, the guys at work, they like to fart, and after they fart, they say, 'Did you hear what that asshole just said?'" Where old Poe gets a lot of his inspiration. You know.
Right. Nice. Mike, you got anything? Well, you got a video here. Did you want to get into what that video's about, or did you want to go into that, or what did you want to do? Did you got something you want to talk about?
Oh, well, like I said, I'm still working on it. I couldn't work on it because we were kind of getting ready for that party. So, but I did shoot some of it, and I was just kind of like, I have skits in it, so it's kind of classic how I did it before. And I had my friend involved with it. He was helping me trying to film some of the stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's either going to be like the most stupidest video, or
Like
hopefully it's funny, you know, because it's like, dude, we're running on the shoestring budget trying to film the setup on the video and stuff. But like, I don't know how people are going to react to it. So yeah, but I don't want to talk too much about it. But it felt fun to me that I'm doing it and stuff, and trying to insert a little bit of humor onto it and stuff. And it's going to be retro games, so I know the other guys wanted something retro, so I'd say, well, I'm going to do since I did the modern, going back to a retro kind of thing. It's with the submarine, have something along the lines with that, some inappropriate jokes, but hopefully they go over a kid's head on there.
Yeah.
So no semen jokes. I didn't put any of that in there, so can't do that. But yeah, it was kind of fun doing that. So, and then of course, I should have because when I was shooting the video, I was actually. Did you ever play Top Gun, Poe, on the NES?
Yes.
Did you ever land? Were you able to land on the plane, or you usually crash?
I usually crashed. Back in the day, I did it successfully, like a lot of things as a kid. Well, I'm wearing a Kid Icarus shirt here.
Kidding.
And Kid Icarus, I could beat that game as a kid. I can't do anything in that game now. So
Yeah. So I tried really to crash the airplane, and then I ended up landing it when I filmed it. I'm like, what the hell? If I want to land a plane, I always crash on the carrier. But yeah, when I was shooting that scene, and then now I have to redo that. It's like, dang it. Didn't mean to land. Oh,
That's hilarious.
Retro Man Randy Savage. Hey,
Savage.
Richie's brother Savage.
I've been watching Savage's videos. He cut a shoe apart there a week or two ago. That was fascinating to
I
me.
gotta watch that.
That's fascinating. Dissect the shoe.
Yeah. But hey, now mentioning, since Mike, you kind of mentioned, so we'll segue into, you mentioned about the submarines. You guys see that new submarine game that's going to come out on the Quest? The U-boat, what do they call it? Something, U-boat something or another.
I saw like Poe text it in our chat, and yeah, I was kind of interested in Poe. Do you have any information that VR submarine game? I'm really interested.
Oh no, that was actually, I think Bart brought that into the.
Oh, was it you, Bart? The VR one?
Yeah,
the submarine.
The submarine one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Of course, I'm an ex-Navy guy that I tracked submarines for a living, and then my son was on submarines. But it looks pretty interesting. It's a multiplayer, 4-player multiplayer, and I think you're working in the same submarine, and so you're taking different stations and running missions that way, I guess. I don't know, but it looks kind of interesting. But yeah, so I'm
now I'm kind of depressed because when you said sub, I thought you worked for Subway and you got to be Jared.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. They found out Jared didn't like footlongs. He went for smaller. But no, it does look pretty cool. I don't know. So I'm looking forward to getting that one. But because I watched the latest what's new coming out for the VR stuff, and that's the only one that really caught my eye for. And it's not coming out this month anyway. It's just a to be announced kind of thing. But usually when that happens on the Quest store, it's usually a month or two out. So maybe August or September.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, that'd be interesting. 2 Navy guys, an Air Force guy, and a fireman in a sub.
Sounds like a joke. Yeah, Savage thought we were going for a joke on the little sub. There was a VR game that's made. It's a PC VR, and you go in a little submarine like that, and you go down to the Titanic, and it was all. This thing was made a couple years ago, so it's nothing. But now, since that happened, they said people are downloading the shit out of that thing. They're like, hey, let's go. But I haven't checked it out yet.
Nice.
But it does sound interesting, but I'm going to give it a little time. I'm not going to shoot a video on it yet. But yeah. But I don't know. So did you guys have anything right away that you want to talk about, or you want me to go ahead and play Greg's video? Greg has a video. Sure. He's not here today, but he supplied us with a video. He did another part 2 of his maintenance.
Were we ready for a nap already?
Yeah, I mean, it's only 5 minutes long, so a power nap. Any of the viewers, if you have to go pee, now's the time.
Take a nap, take a crap. Here's Greg.
Yeah, but unless you guys had anything else you wanted to talk about first, I figure let's go ahead and throw Greg's video up here and see what he was talking about.
Yeah.
So, all right, and away we go. If I can figure this out.
Okay, another video on pinball machine maintenance, and in this particular situation something went wrong and I thought I'd take advantage of it to do a video. I've taken the back glass already off of the 77 Stingray. I didn't video that, but I'll video me putting it back on. You got to be real careful with this. 1977, it's old. Okay, I've already taken the back glass off. The pop bumper has quit working back here, this pop bumper. Now, I don't know what has caused it, but let me show you. First of all, this is what looks like behind the back glass. Here's your LED indicators, because it is a solid state machine, and all your little LED bulbs, they were incandescent, and I've pretty much replaced them all. You can see some of the different type of LEDs I put in here. But anyway, I'm going to open this up, and I do have the power off, and this is kind of scary getting in here. But when that quits working, I forget exactly which one it is, but I find if I grab this one and wiggle it on the circuit board, grab this one and wiggle it grab this one and wiggle it, and I forget which one. It's one of these three. It's none of these down here. It's one of these three that acts up. It's one of the gray ones. So I'm just going to do that real quick. And then we're going to shut this back. And you can see, look at all the wires. And, oh, also something else I wanted to tell you about is it was right in here. You can see that silver piece right there. That's where the battery was soldered in. And it was starting to leak. So that's when I had the NV RAM put in that replaced the battery. So now I don't have to have a battery in there that can go bad and leak. It was just like a little AA battery that was rechargeable type battery or something that was soldered in there. And of course I had a tech come out and take care of that. I gotta get this closed all the way. Sometimes it's a little bit of a chore. Okay. Now before I put the back glass on, I'm going to turn this on and see if that pop bumper right here starts working now. It would light up, but it wouldn't. Okay, where'd my ball go? Oh, I guess I need a quarter, don't I? Gotta get credit on the table. Let's get the ball up there, and let's hope that pop bumper. Let me see. Hopefully, I can hit it. Okay. Oh. Nope. It's scoring, but it's not popping. So let's open this up one more time. And let's give this one a good wiggle. I'm pretty sure it was this one. And watch it be fine. It's been working just by reset the seat in these, but I'm going to set them all. These I know it never was one of these. It always seems to me it was this one here. So I'm going to really give that a tug. And if it doesn't work this time, then I guess I'm going to have to get my pinball tech out here and have her take a look at it. So let's fire it up one more time. And I'll just get a quarter here. No, it's still not working. Oh, well, because I didn't reset the thing. Come on. Well, if I wanted to get a ball up there, let's launch one more ball. Nope, it is not working. That happens every now and then. Okay, well there you have it. I'm going to have to get the tech out, but you get to see the back glass off, see all the wiring in there, and see one of the things that can happen that usually fixes it, but didn't this time. So welcome to the world of owning a pinball table. That's all for this week. Back to the show.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep. Now, I don't know if
Well,
Greg's
not
still
nice
watching.
that it's not working.
Right. I realized that right after saying nice. It's like, whoops. I don't know if Greg's still working or not. I'm wondering if it's a solenoid itself that has gone out, you know, if it's not the wiring, because there are solenoids under there. And I'll do a little follow-up, because I happen to have right here in this box underneath my digital pinball table, I have a solenoid from an actual pinball table from back when I used to own pinball machines. This might not be one for a pop bumper, but basically you just hook the wires on here. It sends an impulse, and then you'll have a shaft in the middle of that. It'll launch the shaft when it gets power to it. There's a little evidence that I did used to own real pinball machines, but it could be that solenoid itself and not just that switch. Somewhere in here, I saw it the other day. Oh, there's another size solenoid, and it's blue. And there's another. See, I got pinball. This is what happens when you own pinball machines. and well, this was impromptu. I didn't plan on doing this, and I must have taken it out. I have a flipper in there too, somewhere, a replacement flipper. But I'm wondering if it's that, you know. But I did want to say, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I noticed something in that video. Now, the audience don't know, but in our little chat, the four of us, I'm pretty sure it was in there, not on the Discord. Greg sent a thing saying that he just put a whooping on Mrs. G.Parker's on that Stingray machine, and she usually whoops his butt. And is it a coincidence that he took that back box apart where the scoring happens and suddenly he can beat her? I'm just saying, we don't have any proof of that. It just seems awful coincidental.
Gregory, shame, Gregory. Everybody knows your name.
He was like, no, you have to be player 1 and I have to be player 2 on this game. Just today. He's like, as soon as he pushes the start button, player 2 gets 20,000 points or something. I don't know. Yeah. But, I've been missing a lot of the chat over here because I'm double dutying it. Normally, Greg does a lot of this other stuff, and I'm throwing up chat. So if you've been putting stuff in the chat and I'm missing it, I'm sorry. Is that what the bells were? They playing Flight of the Valkyries? It's pretty cool though when he turns that out.
Yeah.
AZ Cowboy 1 says, "Forget the pinball, pour some whiskey." That's probably what he did. Also, he poured Mrs. Parker a bunch of whiskey, and then he decided to play her in pinball. No, he thought Greg was live. Yeah. It's all. See, he admits it now. We figured it out. That's how he beat her. That's how he beat her. Now I do have another video over here on Q. Mike, it was yours. It says Mike's video week 10.
Yes.
What do we got going on here?
Me playing an arcade racing game, and I think my son playing a claw machine and some other weird anime fetish game. I'm not sure what it is.
That sounds good. All right, you want me to play it, or do you have any more intro for it? We're good to go?
No, go ahead.
All right, here we go. Mike's video.
Hello, Gaming Wastelanders. I'm at the Round 1 Bowling and Amusement. This is a popular place that my son has found. It's not like the old arcades I visited with people dressed up as Billy Idol or Madonna. I miss looking for quarters under the machine to play arcade games as well, which this place uses a card to carry your credits. I guess it beats carrying quarters in your pocket. This place has some revamped classic arcade games, like the Centipede Chaos, Space Invaders, the world's largest Galaga, and Pac-Man. It also got games that a lot of the younger folks like playing, such as this Japanese game my son Jaden is playing. They didn't have any games in which you could stuff a hot dog down some anime character's mouth, so I wasn't interested. They had pinball machines as well, but no Fishtails or Funhouse. If they want people to get hooked on these machines, they need to bring back those good old classics. The title of this game is Asphalt Legends Arcade, and I'm about to drive the Porsche 911. This arcade machine is a sit-down cabinet which you need to buckle up because it will move you when you steer the car left and right, or jumping off ramps. You can feel the motions as well, which is pretty cool. This game even includes wind blowing at you to feel like you're moving very fast. This game has a nitrous button to push that will send you at warp drive down the road and ram any other cars out of your way. There is another button on your steering wheel that has the word 360 degrees. Push this button when you are near an opponent's car to smack them off the road. Cool little feature that reminds me of playing Burnout. Right now, I'm just going to let you guys enjoy my playthrough of this game, which is very fun, by the way. If you ever see this at the arcades, please give this game a try. Who's played claw machine games before? I was never into these things until I watched Arcade Chaos play it, and he won the stuffed animals in the machine. I was drawn to wanting to play Plinko, but claw machines are fun. My son seemed to inherit from my mom, his grandmother, the power of winning. My mother was always good at these games as well as gambling. Me, I'm okay. I can win this machine, but not the others. Son, where are you going? I want to thank you all for watching, and remember, gaming is your road to adventure. Take care, everyone.
Nice.
That's a pretty cool game. I like that spin feature
Yeah.
to take out the other cars.
Yeah.
And the wind blowing through my hair would be amazing.
You know what I thought would be cool, because you were saying it's like got some motion in the motion in the steering?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
And
not,
the
you're
platform?
sitting in the car, right? And it actually moves left and right, and then if you're jumping, it'll actually lift you up and then bring you back down again.
That's
And you
cool.
can set it, you can set it to extreme, which I had it in, and then you can set it to comfortable. So if you don't like getting moved around that much, it's a lot easier.
Right.
But I'm like, no, I want
They should
extreme.
have a super warp mode or whatever, where it does the 360s when you do it, and it comes with a barf bag. you wreck the other cars, and then you hurl, and then you keep driving.
Yeah.
I would need that.
Looks like Greg's company has arrived, so he's taking off. All right, Greg. Thanks for watching when you did. Now we can really talk stuff.
Yeah.
But no, that's really cool though. And then that, because you guys had a pretty good haul with those plushies out of that claw machine.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah. Once we kind of figured it, well, he figured out how to win it, so he's the one that's been winning the plushies out of the machines. I wanted to tape another one. It was kind of a hard one. You had to push one in. It was this one here. It's a Bobo Tea. But anyways, he was able to push it down through it, and it was one attempt. So, and I'm like, oh man, I should have taped that, because he's just winning on it. Then what was kind of neat later on that day, when he wanted to win the Black Cat, like I did, he had like people watching him, like 4 people. They're like, oh, how does he win? And they were like cheering him on when he won that Black Cat. And then that was actually pretty cool. He had like people following. He's like, because they want to know what's the secret, how to get a prize on the and he knows
Nice.
it. Yeah, it was kind of funny too. The lady that was like re-putting like the plushies in the machine. She's like, telling him like, don't win too much. Or I'm not gonna fill anymore. So we didn't. He just got the 2. I got the 1 black cat, and then of course the bubble tea, and that was it for us. We weren't greedy, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can't win anything out of those machines. So.
Way back in the day when I was in the Navy, we did a Halloween party, and we rented the hall at the VFW there in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, nice.
And we did a costume party. It was pretty cool. And me and 3 of my friends, we went dressed up as a band, and we set up equipment and played 2 sets as part of our deal. But inside the VFW, they had a claw machine, and it was at Halloween. It was a Halloween party, obviously, in the costume party, and it was all full of little stuffed animals that were Halloween themed, little bats and full moons and stuff. And it was set so easy, probably so the old timers that played at the VFW could win everyone. And we won a bunch of stuff. We hung it all around, and that was our decorations for the party. We're out of that.
Nice.
So people were like, "Man, you guys got these stuffed animals everywhere. How much did that cost you?" We're like, $4 worth of quarters. It was 25 cents to play, and you would literally almost every attempt you would get something. It was a really good game. But anyway, I did have one other thing that I wanted to talk about tonight.
Sure.
Because there is a little bit of pinball news that came out. Pinball FX had their pinball bites this week, and they announced that Pinball FX is coming to the Switch this week on the 6th. What is that, Wednesday? Thursday? Something like that?
Thursday. Yeah, Thursday.
Is it Thursday? Yeah, I don't even know what day today is, but
yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, so it's coming out Thursday on the Switch. They're going to have, it looks to me like they're going to have the 3 free tables. Mike could be happy, Fishtails. Sorcerer's Lair, which is a really fun table. And what's the other one? The Wild West Rampage.
Yep.
And then they're going to have all 21 of the new tables that have come out. They're not all of the new tables, though, because I did notice there's a couple, but there's 21 tables that are all new that have come out on FX that were not available on FX3. So, like the Brothers in Arms and those tables, the Snoopy, Garfield pinball. Yeah, they're all on the 3 King Kong one and Kong versus Godzilla. They're coming out. And the bad news is, and I don't know if that's what Kelly, she's putting like little frowny faces and saying boo. Unfortunately, they said they had to modify the physics to get it to work on the Switch. And apparently that's why they're not making it cross-platform play. So the Switch people will not show up on leaderboards, even though we're still waiting for cross-platform friends so we can see each other when I'm playing on the Steam and you guys are playing on PS5 and Greg's on Epic, so we could see each other. But the Switch is going to be completely separate, including tournaments. So we can't join tournaments from the Switch that if it's made on PlayStation or Steam or Epic, you won't be able to play them on the Switch. And if you make one on the Switch, you can't play it on any of the other platforms. And that really sucks. We've been waiting because Kelly plays mostly on the Switch. And now she'll be able to play those tables, but she can't play in any tournaments with us. So that kind of blows. But
yeah, that really sucks.
Yeah.
I totally understand, because they're all different machines. Like you said, there's some problems with some lower end computers or whatever getting the thing to run. So I understand. And with all the rumors of the next Switch 2, or the next Nintendo thing, I'm sure they'll get a version of it running properly for it. I think I said that in the text message to you guys. And this is just me thinking out loud. I mean, I'm sure the next Switch is going to be at least as powerful as a PS4, which they're running the new FX on PS4, right? I believe. So
yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
probably
Yeah, so-
have a version of it for that.
Yeah, that's my guess too. Yeah.
But then you're going to have to buy a whole new Nintendo
Yeah.
console
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
play.
And then double dip again, or you have to wait until whenever that's
Yeah,
gonna
when it comes
happen.
out. Right.
Yeah. And it's funny, I kind of threw us all as a collective group under the bus on the on Reddit. I was talking about it, and someone clapped back and said, "Well," I said, "That's kind of bullshit that we can't play tournaments. You know, we're looking forward to that." And they're like, "Well, if the physics are different, you're not really playing the same game." And I said, "Well, what I understand that to a degree." I said, "But me and my friends, we're not good enough at pinball that the physics are going to make a difference. We just want to see each other's scores. We don't."
Yeah.
You know, I figured, you know, if we're playing a tournament and I'm on Steam and you guys are on PlayStation 5 and Greg's on Epic and Kelly's on the Switch, no one's going to be, "Yeah, but you played on the Switch, you cheater."
Yeah.
We're just going to be like, "Hey, good game," you know.
Yeah.
Right.
At some point, these people take things a little too serious. And, you know, it's like the big leaderboards. I do my Star Wars Saturday. I always say, you know, "Hey, look, I got in the top 1,000. That's a great spot for me, the top 1,000. I don't care about that. I want to see where I am with you guys,
Yeah.
because I don't want to compete against some guy that plays that table 23 and a half hours a day and he only stops to eat and poop." You know, it's like, okay, that guy scored 8.7 billion points and I got 300,000. What did Poe get? You know, that's what I want. But these people that take it so serious, and they, you know, because they'd be like, "Oh, you're cheating. You're playing on the Switch." It's like, well, then don't play in a tournament against them, or you just ignore
Yeah.
it. Be like, if it says they're on the Switch, just say, "Okay, but I beat all the other PlayStation people." You know, whatever.
Right.
But it's supposed to be fun. Last time I checked, it's not supposed to be you know, win at all costs. But that's my thought on that. I don't know, Mike. What are your thoughts on the big Switch?
Well, I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be a lot easier to play than playing on like, let's say I bought Twilight Zone on the Switch and I played it. And like, whoa, I'm lasting a lot longer than I am on the PS5 where it drains. Then I might switch over and buy some more games if I can last a lot longer on the Switch. And also, what I heard, it's running on, was it 1080p, 60 FPS on docked mode. It is at 720p, 30 FPS on handheld mode. Is it 60
also? It's just down to 720p.
Yeah,
I think that's a screen limitation on the handheld is 720, but it's still 60 frames a second. And and like it's free, like on every platform. It's free, and you get those 3 tables. Well, 2 and fishtails. I don't know if I count that as a table, but you get 3 free tables. So I'm going to definitely check it out. Kelly wants to play some of these games, so we'll probably buy all of them. I don't know who I'm kidding. I can tell you I'm not, but I probably will. But yeah, like you said, if you buy, especially if they let you individually buy them or in packs of just a couple tables, because it is that some of those tables are really hard on FX. Drain fests. Maybe they're easier to play and more fun.
Well, speaking of Drain Fest, so I had a friend come over that was like a month ago, and I kind of introduced him to playing pinball, and it's really good. I started him out playing on FX3, and it was the what game is that? The Medieval Madness. So I tried this out, and then I had him play Invaders from Mars, and he kept playing it, and he actually really got into it. And then after that, I said, "Oh, you want to check out the FX tables? You know, they look a lot better." So I had him try Twilight Zone, and he didn't like it. And then also Indiana Jones, I had that, and it's like, And I said, "Well, which one did?" I said, "I like playing on your Switch with the, you know, those like that Medieval Madness game, and also did what do you call that? The
Attack from Mars."
Yeah, Attack from Mars. He really liked that game as well. So, yeah, if you're introducing someone to pinball, that'd probably be like the best bet, because it turned him into a fan. And then, otherwise, because he said, I really don't care for FX stuff, but Yeah, he found it, and he actually wrote it down, so he was going to download it on his Switch.
Nice, nice. Well, yeah. Well, you kind of the pinball machines out there, you kind of started him at the peak, so he only had the only way to go was down after playing Medieval Madness.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's a great
two
one.
of the best tables out there.
And Monster Bash is probably a good one to get him into too, in my opinion. You know, Monster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
Monster
played
Bash.
that. He really loved that game because he's into
Yeah.
the old school horror. So he liked Monster Bash. Yep.
Monster Bash and Creature are awesome tables too. I think those two in Medieval Madness are probably my favorite tables Williams ever put out. And
it's good.
Elvira
It's
and
good
stuff
for a
is
new
not
person to play. These seem to
Yeah.
last a lot longer, and then it gets them hooked. So you know, you want to probably, if you want to ease them into pinball, that'd probably be the best way to do it instead of playing something so frustrating to play. You know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If you start someone out on like a Fishtails or Whirlwind or Tesla, they'll never play pinball again.
No.
But there are people out there that love those tables. You know, they're just all about. I have to hold myself back on those Reddit threads because people will be like, "God, I had an awesome game of Fishtails." I'm like, "Yeah, the best game of Fishtails I had is the one when I skipped past it to play the next table." It's like, but I don't want to. I'm not there to crap on someone's, pee on someone's Wheaties or whatever. But anyway. So talking about pinball tournaments and stuff, do we want to show Greg did set up a tournament for this week? Did we want to segue into Greg's tournament? I don't even know what table he chose. It's only a 2-minute video, so I'm guessing, he might have played. We've seen him play before. He's been done in 2 minutes.
All right.
Story of my life.
Yeah, that's what Cheryl tells us anyway. All right, let's see what Greg's got for us for tournaments.
Okay, it's FX3 tournament time here on the show. Sorry I wasn't able to be on the show tonight, but it's about 5 p.m. and I'm shooting this video just before the show comes on and getting it uploaded for the fellas because the grandkids are going to be here in about an hour and I will not be on the show. But let's take a look at where we're at on last week's tournament, which was Adventureland. Looky there, Off-Grid Arcade, top spot. When does this happen for me and Bart? G.Parker in the second spot. Tony's Jorgen run 32 million, Mr. Livewire 20 million, Miss OTA 8 million, and Derek Pixelatorium 4,443,000. Hey, Off-Grid and I finally got in the top 2 on one of these tournaments. So anyway, let's get more people involved in these. Let's have a good time. These are just for fun. Of course, they're all just for fun. We'll put together a big tournament here coming up pretty soon. Let's get one started for this week.
Tournaments.
Let's see what we're going to pick here. Let's create a tournament.
Create tournament.
And let's pick Circus Volaire. We're going to make it a time for 5 days. Private tournament. Everything else stays the same. G.Parker. My keyboard's upside down here, so I had to look at this backwards. And here you go. Create and play Circus Volaire. Now, am I going to play it? No, you got to get on here to see how I did. So there you go. Circus Volaire is the tournament for this week. G.Parker is the password. And if you want to see how I did, you'll have to get in on the tournament. Back to the show.
All right.
He's not going to show us how sucky he did.
Right. Yeah, that's an interesting table. I don't know it very well, but I forgot. I never got back to check. I was surprised my score held out on that Adventureland. I had a crazy. It was all the first. No, it was the second ball. The first and third ball were junk, but the second ball was ridiculous. You never know. You never know. But
that was a good game. I like playing Adventureland.
Yeah, it was a cool table. But Greg's just picking these on his own now. So it's random every week.
It's a mutiny.
Yeah, I kind of like it this way. It this way.
Me too.
Yeah, but I don't really have anything else particular that I had to talk about. Did you guys have anything that you were wanting to cover tonight that we didn't talk about?
No, it's been another one of
mark.
Yeah, another one of those weeks where everything just flew by quick. So I did find this channel, and I think I found it a little while back and subscribed and then kind of forgot about it. But I've been binging the hell out of this channel. Secret Universe, I think it's called. And this guy does, it's pop culture stuff, but he's talking about stuff that I love, and you guys probably will too. But I've just been watching the heck out of his stuff, and he talks about like the history of Masters of the Universe, Transformers, he even covered like the Greatest American Hero TV shows and stuff that you love and what happened, the rise and fall of it. So check him out. That's a Secret Universe. It's a pretty big channel. Yeah, I know you guys will dig it. Once you start watching it, you're just going through it. And he even covered like the monster cereals, Frankenberry and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a pretty good channel, and I can't stop watching it. It actually inspired me that I'm gonna finally get around to doing like the Masters of the Universe games on in television and Atari 2600 here at some point, because I was watching his Masters of the Universe stuff the other day. So really cool channel, and it also he's costing me money, this channel. Do you remember he did Rankin Bass the other day, the history of them, and I love the Rankin Bass specials. I think most of us did that grew up with that stuff. And they did the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings cartoons back in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the original movies, the presentations. So, and we used to watch them every time they were on TV, and that led to us reading the books when we were kids. So I finally bought the DVDs of those. Actually, I got Return of the King, which is the last one first. It finally came in the mail today. The Hobbit's coming in a couple days. I've always wanted these in my collection and kind of forgot. So thanks to this guy, I'm spending money again. But I'm looking forward to sitting down and watching these before my little vacation's over this week. I got Return of the King. I can't watch them out of order, though. I got to wait for the Hobbit to come. Darn it, this one came first. So, but that's what I'm doing. I'm watching this guy and buying crap because I'm watching his channel. But yeah, great channel, Secret Universe. Check him out. I mean, he doesn't need my help. He's got thousands and thousands of subs already. So, but
did you pick up that arcade machine, the motorcycle one, the Atari?
No. Yeah, I need to do that. Huh? I need to pick that thing up. They did have a home version of that back in the 70s. Atari did, before they actually came out with the Atari 2600. There's a home version. Actually, Ballistic Coffee Boy has one. He bought one that was broken. He had a friend fix it. He has a recent interview on that, a recent video on him playing the home version of that. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that came out during the Evel Knievel fame in the 70s. I
remember that machine. I saw it in the arcades before.
Somebody in Pittsburgh, they recapped the whole thing. They redid the whole thing. That thing is beautiful. I would love to have that, but that's not happening. Try to explain that one. It was hard enough to explain away the iArcade in my basement.
Right. Yeah. Hey, speaking of stuff going in Pennsylvania there, I was watching on the Weather Channel today, and they were talking about the big Ironman competition going over there at State College. And I didn't see you at the start line or the finish line, Poe. You're not doing a big triathlon this year?
Yeah, I was warming up, eating some Twinkies and drinking some chocolate milk. I missed whenever they fired the gun, so.
Yeah, I was scouring that crowd. I
was probably playing VR at the time. Getting ready.
Oh, you're running in VR.
I'll be playing a brand new VR game Tuesday morning. I say morning. I'll probably sleep till noon. I'm off this week, so there's a brand new PlayStation VR game coming out. Synops, I think it's called. That's coming out. So
yeah. I saw the ads.
Yeah, I plan on streaming that one. And I was searching high and low for an Independence Day themed game on the PS5 to play.
Oh.
I thought, well, not the movie Independence Day, something 4th of July, really, I should say.
I
Okay.
thought you were going to play what's it, Independence Day for the PS1. I go, oh, that's
PS1,
a bad game. That's a bad game.
Nothing quite so interesting. I found something that's a mobile game. I think it was called Independence Day Break or something. It's Breakout is what it is.
Oh, okay.
I recorded it. I have it set to go on my channel. I think at like 8 a.m. 4th of July. It's just a breakout game, but it's 4th of July. It's a mobile game, is what it is. And there is a giant wiener and a hamburger in it. So if you like that kind of thing, it has little fireworks and stuff in it. So that'll be up on my channel on Tuesday morning. So
Nice. Mike, you got anything you want to talk about?
No, pretty much good on that. Just I'll be working on that video this weekend. So hopefully, I'm hoping to get it out by either Friday or Saturday. I should be done. I just want to be kind of careful, take my time with it. So looks good. Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
and play the wiener game.
I that's funny you mentioned that because there is something along the lines in the video in the game. So yeah, you'll know it because it's in reference, for us to kind of laugh at. So yeah, I put that in. Easter eggs, you gotta love it.
Excellent. All right. Well, I don't really have anything going on particularly planned. I was still hoping maybe we can get together this week or something and play some cornhole in VR, the four of us. That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah, let me know. I'm off this week, but tomorrow morning I got to take my son to get some dental work done first thing tomorrow, but after that I'm free, so let me know.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see if we can't get together and record some cornhole throwing bags, and that's a good time. But other than that, yeah, I just keep playing around with that flight simulator, and I'm still trying to get things set up. And I figured out how to get my Star Wars Saturday going again, so I put up a video for that.
Oh, nice.
So I'll be continuing that series. And
Nice.
yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if you guys watched my video this week, but I was messing with the settings between games and all that, trying to figure out how to make it look nice. And by the last game, I got it looking nice. But I record it. My videos I record in 720p usually, but I got it playing in 4K, so it looked great on the TV. But then I noticed when I rewatched the video, it's like, well, you can't even tell a difference between because they're all recorded at a lower resolution.
Yeah.
But, so that's all I got going on this week. I do want to say real quick here, I think we're about ready to wrap up. So we're almost an hour and 10 minutes into this show. People that are in the chat might have noticed Derek, the guy that runs our what's that called? Discord. The guy that runs our Discord for us. He's usually here all the time. He's not here. I'm giving him a shout out now. Derek, if you don't watch it, it's because you didn't watch the whole thing, so you don't deserve your freaking shout out anyway, you jerk. If you are here, just ignore that. So check out the Discord channel. Any people that haven't been over there, we talk about all kinds of stuff. We talk about VR stuff. We talk about PlayStation stuff. We talk about pinball stuff. We talk about whatever we feel like talking about. It's a good place to chat with us. You'll see all four of us will show up from time to time. You can chat at us. You can tell us you like the show. You can tell us the show's better without Greg. We all, the three of us will agree. Whatever, it's a good time. We all just have fun. Keep it light over there. Don't take anything too serious, or you don't belong with us anyway. Because we're not all about being serious and pissing people off. If you get pissed off at something we said, you're taking it too serious.
Way too serious. That's for sure.
Way too serious. So I'm good to go. I think this is a good place to wrap up. If you guys think so, but we'll just tell everyone. Oh, we did got a couple. Oh, Garden Nerds. Is that Chaos?
Yeah, the Chaos is here. Hey, Chaos.
Yeah. Hollywood Polo's been here.
Yeah, Hollywood Polo.
Kelly's been here.
Kelly. Yep.
We saw AZ Cowboy 1 was in the house. I'm just putting up random chats. Don't think that these have anything to do with anything.
I think you said DJC was here. Yeah,
Yeah,
good to see him.
DJC was here.
Mhm.
Who else is here? This guy, I don't even know who this guy is. G.Parker's Arcade Room. Don't put a fireman in a sub with Navy guys. Oh, come on.
Well, his job's to hose down the Navy guys, right?
Let's see. Retro Man Randy
Retro Man
Yeah,
Randy
G-Parker.
Savage.
G.Parker saying that this is usually what he has to say, just to pile of poo. That's about what it. And then there's this other guy. I saw him in the chat. I don't know. Gaming Road Warrior. Yeah.
Gaming Road Warrior. I love that theme. I need to get his singers to do something for Mr. Post, our old Poe.
Yeah. It is an awesome theme song. It is awesome. So
It sticks with you.
yeah.
And check out that. My mind's already slipping. That Secret Universe channel. I especially Mike. You know, you love those cartoons of the '80s and stuff.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love The Greatest American Hero. He even had one on that show. So it's like I'm just sitting there late into the night watching this stuff. You know.
Yeah, so Arcade Chaos said he got his Pac-Man Arcade 1 up finally unboxed, and he did a video that's uploading now. Check out
Nice.
Arcade Chaos' channel, good friend of the channel, and friend of the show. Got the Stretch Armstrong.
You got nipples. Got nipples.
Stretch Nipple Strong.
Chaos, what happened? I was watching that video where you were wearing the Spider-Man do-rag and you had a fly or a spider and you're doing shout-outs to people and you cut off. What happened to your video? I'm waiting for more.
Yeah, part 2.
Yeah. We'll look at Stretch Armstrong's nipples, but we don't want to see the parts below where Poe's been stretching them out.
No.
I got his panties worn away. There's nothing left of them.
Oh man, I guess that's as good a place as any to end the show. So,
Can dream
Thanks,
about
everyone,
that tonight.
We'll be playing Strawberry Shortcake soon. Mike really wanted
Yes.
to play that game. So
I'm excited.
it's like, how do you follow up My Little Pony? Strawberry Shortcake.
nice. What's he saying? Give me a shot at the night.
At the night.
All right, Polo. You got your shot. I don't know. And yeah. I don't know. Gardener Chaos is like he's just
Laughing
after all that. All right, guys.
Oh, he loves Stretch.
I think we'll just call it here. Tell everyone have a good, safe 4th of July.
Don't blow your phalanges off, all right?
No,
Yeah.
no.
If you're watching from across the pond and you don't celebrate the 4th of July, have a good 4th of
Because we
July.
kicked your ass back then, and we're doing it. No, I'm sorry. We're not getting into that. We're not getting into British Bulldogs suck. We took them down. Sergeant Slaughter rules.
But you can
We love you over there.
Yeah. You can still have a good 4th of July. It'll just be a Tuesday for you. But,
Yeah.
And happy Canada Day the other day, Canadians. I don't know if there's any Canadians that watch us.
I don't know. Probably not now because they know we saved. We didn't even. They were an afterthought. It's like,
Even though you burnt your woods and you sent all your smoke down here to me and you tried to smoke me out, it's okay.
yeah. Here's my favorite Canada joke. I don't know if you've heard this one before. It said, when Canada was first formed, it was just spelled CND. But then someone said, how do you spell it? They said CANADA. Canada. I don't know where I heard that joke. I didn't invent it. Credit to someone else.
What's Strange Brew? You like Canadians? What's Strange Brew?
Strange Brew, yeah.
Great
All
move.
right. I'm going to call it. I'm going to click the end. I'm going to click the end broadcast because it's like the
You
seventh
gotta
time we
do
said
it.
that. 12 minutes later, and so. Oh wait, I got to play one of those videos. That's right. See,
Oh.
Greg's not here to play the video. How do I do this? Outro. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Outro playing. It's only 12 seconds. So enjoy the outro, and we'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Later.